This episode, we are launching CloudFormation from PowerShell. Hey there, today on Tom's Tech Show, we are going to be setting up variables and launching CloudFormation in AWS. So, one of the ways to create and build an environment in AWS is through CloudFormation. You create all the pieces, get all your variables set all together, and you can create a highly distributable, repeatable way to deploy a complete environment with basically with one click. You can set all of your stuff up how you want it, build a CloudFormation out of that, and then anytime you need a new version, new region set up, you can just load that CloudFormation and push it up there. Well, one of the ways to help assist in doing that is to pass variables from PowerShell into your CloudFormation JSON or YAML, whichever you're using. Okay, so first we're going to start here. If we look at this, this is just a chunk of script that's part of my CloudFormation and the PowerShell that I'm using to launch everything. So my application is stored up in S3. I've got a few different variables that I want to have a database connection. I have an SSL certificate that I want to punch into the CloudFormation because the location of the S3 bucket is going to be different. Your SSL certificate ARN will be different between different regions, and where your database is probably going to be in a different region. So those variables need to be passed to the CloudFormation. Other things like the scalability, maybe your health check variables, things like that, are probably going to be the same no matter where you're transferring and putting the CloudFormation out. Okay. So one of the things we need to do, here on the top, I'm just getting, this is a quick thing that gets the solution stack. It's going to be a Node.js application. It could be, any of the other .NET application, the PHP stack, LAMP stack, whatever you're searching for, but I just needed to get a solution stack. But then we create an object. We need to create a type, which is amazon.cloudformation.model.parameters. So we're getting the model parameter, the model for variables that we're going to be sending to our CloudFormation stack. Okay, and I do a few here. There's like 6 of them. I have my solution stack name. That's going to be the solution that I'm deploying, the Linux box or Windows box, however it's set up. I'm also going to be sending the S3 source. I'm going to be sending my application. In this case, it would be a zip file. I'm going to be sending also the name because I need to be able to name my application. I'm also going to be sending my database ARN. Then I'm also going to be sending my SSL ARN. The database one is not exactly an ARN, but it's an endpoint that I'm going to be able to connect to my database. So I need the template. So I have a JSON file that I have stored in AWS, and I need to send that along with it. So here I set that to a variable. I set my JSON file, and then I have my bucket name as a variable, and I have the Amazon S3 as the beginning of the URL for that file. So then we come down here to where we're actually going to launch something. Okay, so we say new CFN stack, CloudFormation stack. The stack name is going to be TTS application. You can tell whatever you want it to be. That's just going to be a name that you could, we need to pass it the template URL. So this is in the file that's in S3 that we copy up there that we're going to be using to deploy and send these variables to. And then we pass it our parameter list. I have my 6 parameters here. I've named them, parameter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we are going to be sending those here by doing parameter, then the @ and bracketing those. So then we can do a few things. There's on failure, you could do nothing. You can have it revert, delete, different things like that. And with that, we can take that and launch that. Now when we launch that, it's going to take these variables and it's going to pass them in through into our JSON file or the YAML file that we're going to be using. So here you can see here are the parameters. So these parameters as they come in, so if you notice there's an order here, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that is going to match the order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coming down on this list. So as we add more parameters, 7, 8, 9, 10, however you need for your application, you're going to add it to the end of the list, because and I make these names solution stack the same as solution stack here. Okay, so as we come down here, we can see we have a few of these different variables that are referenced. So like down here we'll have the SSL certificate that's here. So then inside the value, instead of some of these up here will say in the options will be option name, max size, value 4, and then that will just give it that value. This is the auto scaling, so we're going to be auto scaling this one from 1 to 4. We're turning off port 80 on the listener for the load balancer on the outside. We're adding SSL to the listener on the outside, so on 443 it's going to listen to that. So I need to give it the SSL certificate. If I'm going to listening on 443, we need an SSL certificate. So instead of being the option, then the variable name, value, then just the name, I put in the open and close curly brackets, put in REF for reference, and then in quotes SSL ARN. Then that will pull the variable that's coming out of SSL ARN that we're passing through from our PowerShell script. So that would get this parameter 6 will be passed into the JSON file and be populated for our SSL certificate. And you do that with all the other different pieces that you want to be able to move around. So I have some others that are, what do we have? We have the application name. I also have the database, different things like that. So there's several things here that are being replaced by the variables that we have up here in the top. So that allows me to take this code, move it somewhere else, then that code you can build into your PowerShell script, ask it what region am I in, and maybe in my case I have a database that holds all of the variables, and I just query the database, where am I, what am I doing, and then it will pull all that information so it knows what area it is, what the SSL certificate is supposed to have is, what the database parameters are, all of that are all put into the variables here, and then that drops and then launches my stack. Okay, so that's kind of an overview and a little bit of detail on how to launch a CloudFormation, passing it parameters from PowerShell so that you can create your environment and make it transportable, which is really what we're trying to do, make everything so we can launch it anywhere. So, okay, well, I make videos like this and others about maybe VMware or Microsoft Windows or applications or security, things like that. I make these all the time. I also make videos about movies and TV shows and things that I like, and also photography things. I think I've mentioned before that I'm going Thursday, the 21st, March 21st, out to Santa Cruz Island to go do some photography, and I'm going to be shooting video and stuff along the way, so I'll bring that back and put up some videos about that. I'll also I'm waiting for Marvel, the Endgame Marathon at the Disney's El Capitan Theater. We're going to be going to that if we can get tickets. All searches and queries and polling of the sites are enabled, so we should be able to get that done and get tickets to that. But I'll be doing some videos and stuff from the lobby and maybe from inside when they have the actors and stars that come up, through the through the evening, as it gets to be, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and you're getting tired, it's just, the actors and characters, people that come up, help move the night along. So that'll be happening as well, and plus reviews and everything of Endgame after the show and how that goes. So stay tuned to my channel if you want to see any of that stuff. Subscribe, like this video. If this video is helping you, definitely like it, comment it, tell me, let me know that this was something you were wanting to see. I can do more videos on this. I do follow suggestions. If you have a suggestion about something you are having problems with or want some instruction on, AWS, VMware, Windows Server systems, things like that. I cover all that kind of stuff. So leave a comment and I'll try and put something up for you. All right. Well, thanks for watching and take care.